Hey guys, how are you? Good morning. I am driving to work right now, trying to do a live broadcast. This will be very interesting. But I just wanted to jump on real quick and share with you something that really touched me today. Typically, when I drive into work, I have an hour-long commute. I'll listen to different things, different, periscopes or Facebook Lives and trainings and just motivational things to get my brain pumped and going for the day. And today I was listening to someone that I absolutely love. I'm listening to him for a year now, Bob Heilig, your virtual upline. It's amazing to watch him grow and flourish the past year. And something he talked about yesterday in a live broadcast was facing resistance. And you think about, I'm thinking about that as he was sharing that today. When's the last time you can say that you've done something for the first time? Are you feeling stuck in your life and you're in the same place you were a year ago or even 2 years ago? Well, how about 5? I feel like I could totally relate to what he was saying in terms of, are you stuck? Where are you in your life? Are you where you want to be? Do you have a dream that you just can't seem to reach? Well, I can totally attest to the fact that I'm so there with me in my life right now. I've had so much difficulty this past year, just so many changes and things going on that hearing him talk about the resistance is just so hit home for me. Maybe you're in a place today where you have a dream in sight and you're just stuck. You just cannot seem to get where you want to be, and it's such a horrible feeling to feel like you're just stuck in the same rut, same job, same struggle that you've been facing for so long. So, and what he talked about was what's happening is that you have a specific, what made me think of is, in terms of my relationship with God, my walk with God, is living in God's purpose. And a lot of times I notice in the past when I feel like I'm struggling with something and I'm feeling that resistance of, I'm facing my fear, something I want to do, God's telling me to go a certain path, or I feel God leading me to speak to someone, and that resistance, that fear of speaking out or sharing. And I think for me, I realized that's definitely the devil trying to get in there and keep us from walking and living in God's purpose for our lives. And I know for sure that part of the resistance in me is the devil in there trying to, feeding me with all the lies. There's so many lies that he feeds us every single day. So one thing that I've been trying to do for the past few months now is I try to get before God and ask him, what lies am I still believing? What lies am I still believing today? And what is the truth? And I think that resistance is the devil's way of just lying to us and feeding us with all these lies. You can't do it, or you're not good enough, or you're not worthy enough to have success that you want, to reach your goal, because you're just not worthy, or you don't deserve it. All those crazy lies, and that really is resistance, is really just us believing in those lies, or even just choosing the path of that's easier because of we're afraid to reach out, we're afraid to, usually the very thing that we're afraid to do and that God's telling us to do is the one thing that's going to make all the difference in our lives. And it's why the devil comes in to scare us and to lie to us and to really hold us back from using the gifts that God's given us, and to keep us out of God's purpose for our lives. Sorry for that, the lighting's kind of bad, guys. So I just want to share with you today that if you're walking in the same shoes where you were 3, 4, 5 years ago, and you just don't feel like you're living in God's purpose for your life, go before him today and just ask him, God, what lies am I still believing in my life? What lies is the devil still tricking me with that I'm still running with and believing? And what is the truth? And really open up the Bible, ask him to speak to you and show you the truth that's going to talk against those lies that you've been believing, that will take you out of that path of resistance and put you in to the path of living in God's purpose for your life. I can't say I have all the answers. I'm still learning myself. I feel like I definitely know that there's still so many lies that I'm still believing for myself, and that I myself need to get out of the resistance and stop partnering and listening to the devil and his lies and really live the life that God's designed for me. I went to LA a few weeks ago, last month. One thing I shared with you guys then that touched me, it's still touching me today, which is kind of on the same topic of living in God's purpose and not, fighting the resistance, is that, I was believing the lie that I had nothing of value to give. And if you talk to anyone that I've been working with in my coaching, sometimes my coaching isn't just health and fitness, it's wellness, just wellness in life. I've been through, every experience we've been through in life is to help us be stronger and to help us to be able to help somebody else to go through the same thing that we're going through. So, Lord, if you know me at all, you know that I've had a lot of life experiences that have brought me to where I am today. And I'm sorry, I had to watch the road for a second as I'm trying to talk and watch the road. But I feel like I've been through so much of my life, which has brought me to where I am today. But all those experiences, many of them very, very, very difficult, are part of God's design for my life so that I can help bring somebody out of the pit that they're in and going through the same experience of what I've gone through. And so when I'm working with someone, I was talking to someone the other day, a dear friend of mine, and he mentioned that, you do have something of value. And I was just sharing this with him about, how I think that the devil comes to us and lies to us that we don't have anything. For me, he was telling me I had nothing of value to give. Well, surely God didn't have me go through all these difficult trials and hardships so that I can just keep it to myself and learn and grow and not share what he has taught me. So that's me living in God's purpose. And when I went to that conference that weekend, I realized it was a breakthrough for me in realizing that I have something of value to give. And if I don't share what God is showing me and all the things that I've learned, I'm really being selfish. And I'm not living in God's purpose for my life. And I don't want to be that person that stands before Jesus one day and I'm not the faithful servant. I want to be the good and faithful servant and be willing to fight the resistance of keeping it to myself because I'm embarrassed. It's embarrassing. I want to not to live in that lie anymore, that I have nothing of value to give. We all have something of value. We all have been through, if you've been through a life experience at all, that's valuable that you can share with somebody else because somebody else needs to hear that message of what you have to give. So if you're fighting today, like me, with the resistance of reaching your goals and listening to the lies of the devil, go before Jesus today, go before God today and ask him what lies you're still believing and what is the truth, and share with me what he shows you. I would love to hear about that. All right, guys, so I'm going to pop off of here because I'm getting closer to work, and I will hopefully chat with you later. I'm looking forward to seeing in the comments what you have to share about what God might be touching you, what he might show you today, what resistance that you're fighting, and what lies that you're still believing, and what is the truth that God showed you about what it is that you're seeing. All right, I love you guys. Hope you have a fantastic day, and God bless you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.